Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria Jaju and today I am doing a two-color watercolor challenge. Before I do that though, I have an announcement to make. I have reached 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So the way that I thought I would do this challenge is I would pick a couple of random colors and mix them together. And I figured I have 24 colors of 1, 6, 7, 12, 13 and 24, and if I go to a random number generator online, it should be able to give me a couple of colors that I've never mixed together. Unfortunately, the first number that came up was Ultramarine blue, which is this color over here. And the second number that came up was Ultramarine blue, which is this color over here. And the third number that came up was this one of these blues, and the next number that came up was that black. And so at that point I figured I'm going to give up and I'm going to keep clicking until I see something awesome, because I don't want to just keep mixing a bunch of blues together. That's really not what this challenge is about. And so I kept on clicking more numbers and more numbers, and it was not really feeling very random at all. And eventually I got to this pink, which this quinacridone pink I mix with blues all the time, so that was pretty boring as well. I kept clicking, and eventually I got to this guy, which is this acidic green that I don't think I've actually ever used since I put it on this palette. And so I figured, awesome, I'm gonna put these two colors together and see how they work. You can see that this color is just, it's so toxic looking. So this is how I normally do my color palettes. You saw a little glimpse of one earlier, but in my Moleskine sketchbook, and this is my watercolor Moleskine sketchbook, so it is firstly horizontal and secondly thicker. It turns out that I can draw 15 of these 3x3 centimeter squares with 1 centimeter in the middle that line up so that at the top and bottom I can have my two colors at their darkest and then lighter and lighter. And then I can have 3 in-between shades that are, again, going from darkest to lighter and lighter. And later on I will do a flip through my sketchbook video and you guys will see I do a lot of these. So when I saw these colors, I thought that they were absolutely the prettiest thing that I had seen all day. And I found an old photo of myself from, I think, like 7th grade playing the flute. And I thought, what better use for these colors than a mermaid playing a flute? I haven't actually drawn a mermaid in a really long time. And so this was a fun way to really let these colors shine, because I think that they're just so pretty. And I don't think that I would have ever come up with that combination myself. Wouldn't have been daring enough if this particular challenge didn't force me to do so, which is kind of the purpose of challenges. And then on this inking that you see me doing, if you guys remember when I was doing my Inktober's, I was trying out all of these colors of my Dr. P.H. Martin inks. And towards the end of Inktober, I bought myself a brand new Kuretake nib with a nib holder. And I ran out of days in October and I wound up never using it. So I committed that if I'm going to be drawing something today, I am also going to use my new Kuretake nib and try it out and see what all the fuss is about. I've really been on a little bit of an Art Nouveau kick this past, half a lifetime. And so I can't really do my drawings anymore without giving them a nice thick outline in ink, which this nib, because it is so thin, made it a little hard. I was afraid I would rip the paper. It turned out just fine. And so when I started with my washes, my goal was to have a warmer, greener area to the right and then a darker, bluer, cooler area to the left to kind of suggest distance, because underwater, the further away things are, the bluer they get. And then since I only had these two colors, not only did the various shapes have to have a different local color, which is the color that they are even when they're lit by regular light. So her hair has to be it has to feel like it's a different color than her skin, it has to feel like it's a different color than her dress slash mermaid tail. It all has to feel like, even if under regular just the white light, those things would actually be different colors. So I put down the local color first, but then I needed the shadows to feel like they are part of this environment. So the shadows had a bit more green in them when they are closer to me, to highlight that they are closer again, because the further things away, the bluer they get. And then pieces that are fur in, so like the insides of the curls of her hair, or you'll see me paint in her chest between her shoulder and under the flute a little bit, where it's definitely in shadow. Those things I tried to make more blue in order to convey that feeling. And then when the painting was actually finished, because of the way that I did the background color, her skin actually starts looking like it is a little bit on the tan side, even though it's actually just white and blue, because of the way that the white of the paper and the blue of the shadows and the green of the background interact. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.